You trust them with your life and assume doctors are doing the right thing, but that's not always the case.
No, ABC 2 News investigators told you last February with their look at bad medicine. And ABC 2 News investigator Josie Sturman is here to let us know if you're any safer 1 year later. Josie.
Jamie, that's right. Last year we showed you alarming delays in discipline for Maryland doctors. We found some of them dealing with drug abuse, sexual misconduct, and other charges, and they were still allowed to continue practicing for years without any action being taken. Since then, though, much has changed at the Maryland Board of Physicians. Stunning allegations. A doctor videotaping his clients at their most vulnerable. The case involving Johns Hopkins Dr. Nikita Levy is the latest example of local doctors behaving badly, but it's certainly not the first.
I don't know if you ever have full closure, but
Perry Hall's Brian Hannon says he knows the pain that comes with learning a doctor can break your trust. In 2005, his mother Janet died after lengthy cosmetic surgery. In the years following her death, his family discovered the physician had broken state guidelines by stringing together too many surgeries in Janet's case. But it took the Maryland Board of Physicians 6 years to revoke the doctor's license.
it was definitely an emotional roller coaster. And
ups and downs as they waited years for action. Their case not the only one with a delay. Last February, an ABC 2 News investigation of discipline files for almost 50 Maryland doctors found stunning delays. We found in more than 1/3 of cases, it took the board more than 2 years to suspend or revoke a physician's license, even when accusations of drug abuse, sexual misconduct, and dangerous practices were involved. Some cases took as long as 7 years. But that was then.
We're in a much better place with Maryland's Board of Physicians.
Fast forward 12 months and you'll find Health Secretary Dr. Josh Sharfstein talking differently about the board. Since our investigation, much has changed, in part thanks to intense scrutiny by the state legislature and an independent panel.
There is finally a grip on what has been an ongoing problem for at least 13 years and probably longer.
Problems those involved say included communication breakdowns, disorganization, dated sanctioning guidelines, and a backlog of complaints. Much of that tackled thanks to work done under the leadership of a new board chair and executive director.
It was a tremendous amount of work, but we weren't without guidance and we weren't without a shared vision.
A vision handed down to newly appointed chair Dr. Andrea Mathias by lawmakers, who made 46 specific recommendations for the board during a review last winter. An independent panel also suggested changes, including splitting discipline cases into 2 groups to move the process along and cut down the backlog.
We're seeing things move through in just a matter of a couple of months.
And there's proof in the board files. ABC 2 News investigators looked at 14 doctors disciplined in the last year and found 8 had their licenses suspended or revoked within 9 months or less after the board was notified. That's well below guidelines. But now, even as patients and doctors wait for action, they're armed with more information. For the first time, charges are now posted online against doctors in the discipline chain, so you'll know sooner about potential problems.
without all the facts, I don't know how a patient can be expected to make an intelligent decision. Full disclosure is the way to go.
Brian Hannon, for one, is happy to see the board being more transparent, opening up as it attempts to better protect you. But he says the proof will have to come long term.
I don't anticipate that people would naturally assume that everything is now changed and it will never be bad again. On the other hand, I hope that they see that the motivation and the procedures that have been put in place are there for the good of everybody.
If you want to learn more about the board's progress and look up to see if your doctor made our bad medicine list, just go online, abc2news.com/bad medicine. You can watch our entire investigation and hear more from the board. Josie Sturman, ABC 2 News.
All right, Joe.